Hello, fellow aficionados. Welcome to Daily Stoic 2.0, a space dedicated to crafting a resilient mindset for modern living. Navigating the intricate landscape of deciphering between the good and the not-so-good in people's actions or words, good and evil, is no small feat, painted with the subjective brushstrokes of cultural, moral, and individual perspectives. This video is on a mission to unravel the subtle hints that expose the potential for mischief, exploring 9 behaviors that pull back the curtain on the shadows of evil. Hold tight until the end, as the last behavior dissected is particularly treacherous, capable of trapping many innocents and tarnishing their integrity. Taking cues from Stoicism, this video provides a guide for evaluating character, shedding light on those silent interactions and unspoken gestures. According to Stoicism, goodness aligns with reason, while evil goes against it. A virtuous life, guided by justice, bravery, and kindness, not only resonates with reason but also attracts devoted followers seeking warmth and enlightenment. Evil, attempting to disguise itself as goodness or friendliness, can't keep up the act forever. Pretense may endure briefly, but eventually the true face of deception is unveiled, like a mask that inevitably slips off. Sure, unmistakable signs reveal a person's inclination towards wickedness rather than goodness. And by observing these 9 behaviors, viewers can gain insights to navigate this intricate dance and steer their behavior towards becoming better individuals. Prepare to confront the forces of evil and shield yourself from those exhibiting these behaviors. 1. You harbor no feelings of remorse. Individuals devoid of remorse seem to follow a rather alarming script. Even when faced with glaring evidence of their missteps, these folks tenaciously cling to their stance as if it were a fortress. Instead of owning up to their blunders, they erect walls of justifications and rationalizations, creating a barrier to understanding and reconciliation that even a determined detective would envy. Their refusal to repent and embrace the wisdom of learning from mistakes hints at a deeper issue that could potentially be as tricky as a Rubik's Cube in the dark. This stubbornness might manifest in various forms, from a reluctance to apologize to a talent for twisting facts to fit a personal narrative, or manipulating situations to make others feel like they just failed an ethics exam. Now, in the land of genuine kindness, things are a bit different. It's like a dance of flexibility and humility. Genuine kindness acknowledges that we're all prone to the occasional facepalm moment and blunders. Well, they're like nature's way of saying, here, have a chance to level up. A perfect soul understands that saying sorry and owning up to mistakes isn't a display of weakness. It's a flex of strength and maturity. So when you're sizing up someone's character, keep an eye on how they handle their oopsie-daisy moments. If they persistently dodge repentance, even when the evidence is flashing like neon signs, consider it a red flag. That apparent goodness they're projecting might be a mask that's been well rehearsed. Behavior lacking the humility to learn from mistakes? Yeah, that's like a caution sign blinking in the character highway. 2. Need for control or influence. Enter the maestros of control and influence, whose actions resemble a carefully choreographed dance aimed at shaping both circumstances and people to fit their interests. Picture them as self-appointed leaders or advisors, initially donning the cape of helpfulness, but beneath it lies a burning desire to sculpt situations according to their vision. With an authoritarian flair, they toss their opinions and decisions onto others like confetti, paying little mind to alternative perspectives or the feelings, opinions, and needs of those caught in their orbit. This controlling tango is marked by inflexibility, expecting everyone else to follow their guidelines like they're the dance steps to a rigid routine. But wait, there's more. Manipulation is their secret sauce. Armed with tactics like guilt-tripping, persuasion, and emotional blackmail, they artfully puppeteer the decisions and actions of others. It's so subtle that victims might not even realize they're caught in the puppet show as their autonomy gets sneakily eroded. And let's not forget the invasion of privacy and the blatant disregard for personal boundaries. These control enthusiasts might nosedive into matters beyond their pay grade, showcasing a complete lack of respect for the personal space and autonomy of those they're attempting to control. Behind the facade of concern or care lies a grand plot to maintain an iron grip on others. Their actions are fueled by the notion that the ends justify the means, using seemingly positive traits as a disguise for a deeper agenda of control and influence over people and situations. To navigate this control freak show, it takes awareness, setting clear boundaries, and opening up communication channels to maintain a healthy balance of power and autonomy in relationships. It's time to waltz towards a more harmonious dance floor. 3. Deriving satisfaction from others' suffering. Behold the joy stealer. Finding satisfaction in the misfortunes of others, an unsettling trait that unveils a profound lack of empathy and emotional connection. Despite putting on a facade of kindness, their true colors emerge in actions that expose their twisted tendencies. Instead of offering the expected support in moments of pain, they dish out indifference or, even more disturbingly, a subtle smirk, as if they've just won a secret satisfaction lottery. This emotional disconnection isn't just a social hiccup. It's a red flag waving over a significant internal glitch. The inability to form an emotional bond with others' suffering, coupled with deriving joy from it, hints at a potentially manipulative and ill-intentioned attitude. It's not just insensitivity. It's a troubling mindset lacking genuine concern for others' well-being. These traits aren't shy. They sneak into everyday interactions like mischievous troublemakers. This person might sprinkle their disturbing behavior in malicious comments disguised as humor, or conveniently develop selective amnesia when it's time to extend a helping hand. The real horror show unfolds when they benefit from others' misfortunes or turn a blind eye to their struggles with deliberate precision. Spotting and tackling this behavior is crucial, not just for those directly affected, but as a warning of a more profound issue within the joy stealer. The lack of empathy and perverse delight in others' suffering reveals a moral compass on a chaotic spin, potentially jeopardizing the emotional well-being of those in their orbit. Fostering genuine empathy, understanding, and compassion becomes the superhero trio needed to counteract the negativity and build a healthier, more supportive social environment. It's time to kick the joy-stealing tendencies to the curb and make room for some genuine goodness. Ready to take your wisdom intake to the next level? How about subscribing to the Daily Stoic 2.0 channel? It's like the upgraded version of your daily wisdom with the same fantastic insights, just with a fancier label. Join the League of Savvy subscribers and let's turn this into a wisdom hub. Hit that subscribe button now. Your brain cells will thank you, and who knows, they might even throw a tiny celebration in there. 4. Habitual lying. Enter the fiction maestros, individuals who've mastered the art of habitual lying, treating falsehoods as their trusty sidekick to manipulate situations and people. Their deceitful dance involves a symphony of altered facts, exaggerated details, and fabricated stories, all meticulously orchestrated to cast them in the most favorable light or tug at the heartstrings for a sympathy encore. The subtlety of their manipulation could give a spy a run for their money, making it a real challenge to separate truth from their carefully crafted fiction at first glance. Now, buckle up for the roller coaster, as a particularly troubling twist involves these fib aficionados using their lies to undermine or discredit others. Picture them as rumor mill conductors, distorting words and actions to cause chaos or pit people against each other. This not only brews a potent cocktail of mistrust and misunderstandings, but can also leave tangible damage to the reputations and relationships of the unsuspecting players in this deceitful drama. But wait, there's more. The frequent fibs from these individuals reveal a glaring lack of appreciation for honesty and transparency. In relationships, they're like truth-sacrificing acrobats, flipping and twisting to achieve personal goals without batting an eye at the wreckage left behind. This behavior exposes deep-seated egocentrism and a whopping absence of empathy for the impact on the unsuspecting souls in their orbit. Their ability to lie without a hint of remorse is like a neon sign flashing morals and ethics free zone. While they might attempt to paint their lies as harmless, the reality is these deceptive patterns erode the trust and integrity essential to human relationships. The fallout can be widespread, affecting personal connections, professional collaborations, and the very fabric of societal trust. To tackle this fib-fest, it's time to cultivate a culture of honesty, wave the ethical values flag high, and encourage accountability to rebuild and maintain healthy relationships. Let's turn the fiction volume down and crank up the integrity playlist. 5. Chief Complainer. Meet the perpetual complainer, the specialist in voicing dissatisfaction and spotting faults in life's every nook and cranny. From personal relationships to global events, they've mastered the art of fixating on the negative without giving the positive a fighting chance. Instead of diving into solutions or embracing a more balanced view, these chronic complainers prefer to take a joyride on the negativity train. Their perpetual discontent isn't just a hobby, it's a deep-seated hunger for more, coupled with an impressive inability to find joy in the present. This not only turns their environment toxic, but also sprinkles a bit of gloom on the parade of those unfortunate enough to be nearby. But wait, there's more. This behavior isn't just about expressing discontent, it's a grand reveal of a character lacking in gratitude and the ability to appreciate life's smorgasbord. Behind the curtain of constant complaints, you'll find a self-centered and ungrateful personality, struggling to summon joy even in the accomplishments of others. The perpetual dissatisfaction often transforms into a circus act of manipulative and selfish behavior. These complainers might wield their grievances like magic wands, summoning attention, sympathy, or resources from others while making minimal contributions to the collective well-being. It's a roadblock to forming meaningful connections and a barricade preventing these individuals from savoring the richness of life that comes with a sprinkle of gratitude and a dash of positivity. To break free from this cycle, a change of tune is required, acknowledging life's positives and tackling challenges with a more constructive playlist. 6. Emotional coldness. Meet the emotion chillers, individuals who have mastered the art of emotional coldness, showcasing a remarkable absence of warmth or concern for the feelings of others. Their lack of interest in the well-being of those around them often comes hand in hand with a side of selfishness, turning their primary focus into a one-person show, completely overshadowing any consideration for the feelings or concerns of others. It's like they've enrolled in a self-centered masterclass, with daily lessons on how to be the star of their universe. In the grand theater of everyday life, this self-centered approach takes center stage, leading to performances of insensitivity and indifference to the difficulties and suffering of those unfortunate enough to be in their proximity. When compassion and understanding should take the spotlight, the emotion chillers respond with a chilly indifference or, for dramatic effect, dismissive criticism. They're masters of the art of minimizing or completely ignoring the problems of others, offering about as much support as a deflated balloon. But wait, there's more to this frosty saga. Emotional coldness isn't just a one-act show, it's a strategic move to maintain control or dominance in relationships. By staying emotionally distant, they avoid genuine involvement or commitment, choosing to cling to their throne of superiority or power. Now here's the plot twist. Emotional coldness doesn't always indicate malevolence. Sometimes it's like a defense mechanism donned after a series of emotional battles, or it might have roots in mental health-related issues. So, to truly understand this chilly behavior, we must dive into a comprehensive examination within a broader context, considering other characteristics and behavioral patterns. While emotional coldness might not always be inherently harmful, unraveling its roots and implications allows for a more nuanced evaluation of its impact on relationships and interactions. It's time to thaw the ice and bring a bit of warmth back into the emotional theater. 7. Shows indifference. Meet the empathy illusionists, individuals who put on a dazzling show of kindness and care, all while hiding a concerning lack of interest in the feelings and experiences of others. It's like a magic trick where the rabbit in the hat is a troubling absence of empathy. One of their star acts is the conversation monopoly. Picture them as chatterbox champions, dominating discussions with their interests, experiences, and problems, leaving minimal room for others to jump in with their opinions or stories. It's not just rudeness, it's a grand display of indifference to the lives and experiences of everyone else in the conversation. But that's not all. When others try to sneak into the conversation ring, these illusionists throw a curveball of disinterest. Whether they appear distracted, inattentive, or swiftly divert the topic to something that tickles their fancy more, it's a crystal clear sign that they couldn't care less about the thoughts and feelings of those around them. This isn't just rudeness 2.0, it's a full-blown exhibition of emotional indifference, failing to recognize the importance of other people's experiences. Another star act of indifference involves their superhero-like ability to ignore or downplay the emotions of others. In the face of suffering or joy from those around them, these illusionists react with a cold shoulder, failing to establish an emotional connection or provide genuine support. This emotional detachment extends to moments where empathy should be as natural as breathing. In times of crisis or difficulty faced by friends, family, or colleagues, these empathy illusionists shockingly display indifference, offering about as much support as a deflated balloon. In a nutshell, the indifference extravaganza doesn't just dim the lights on interpersonal relationships. It unveils a profound lack of empathy and understanding. To break this spell, it's time to foster awareness, crank up the volume on active listening, and encourage genuine engagement with the emotions and experiences of those around them. Abracadabra, let the empathy show begin. 8. Inconsistency in convictions and promises. Meet the opinion acrobat. A person with a penchant for flip-flopping convictions and promises faster than a squirrel on a caffeine binge. Their words, initially as solid as a Jenga tower, quickly lose their value, transforming into a shape-shifting blob that morphs into whatever is most advantageous at the moment. Picture them expressing agreement one day, only to pull a 180 the next, all fueled by a finely tuned sense of self-interest. This perpetual carousel of opinions and the lack of commitment to their words is like an ego-driven roller coaster, manipulating situations for their benefit. Essentially, they treat relationships and obligations like a convenience store, swapping loyalty and honesty for immediate personal gain. Now, the inconsistency of these individuals turns them into unreliable support systems and confidence boosters. They might start looking like a supportive ally, but this facade is as fleeting as a summer fling and changes rapidly based on their ever-shifting needs and interests. This behavioral dance not only damages relationships, but also pulls the rug from under trust, leaving uncertainty to float like a mischievous ghost in the air. Their lack of conviction, steadfastness, and willingness to do verbal gymnastics for personal gain create an atmosphere of unpredictability and skepticism. It's like trying to catch a slippery fish. Others may find it challenging to rely on or confide in these opinion acrobats. Building meaningful connections, my friend, requires consistency, honesty, and a genuine commitment to stated convictions. Qualities notably absent in those showcasing this detrimental pattern of behavior. It's time for them to join the Opinion Olympics, or better yet, get a ticket to the Sincerity Seminar. 9. Speaking poorly of others. Enter the critics in disguise, individuals who have turned speaking poorly of others into a twisted art form, masquerading it as honest observation or opinion. It's like a self-promotion strategy on steroids, where the subtle hint of criticism serves as their ticket to the "I'm superior and better informed" VIP club. Think of them as the underhanded comedians of conversation, always ready with a punchline that diminishes others. But wait, there's a plot twist. This trait takes a particularly sneaky turn when this critics in disguise decides to drop negativity bombs behind people's backs, revealing a lack of integrity, loyalty, and potentially a PhD in manipulation. When someone becomes the flash of criticism, quick to throw shade when others aren't around, it's not just a minor inconvenience, it's a reliability and trustworthiness alert. This behavior isn't just a lack of respect for others, it's like a neon sign blinking insecurity or low self-esteem. Instead of building a positive self-identity, these individuals choose the shortcut of standing out by dragging others down. It's a toxic recipe that not only harms the subjects of their conversations, but also creates a swirling vortex of negativity and mistrust around the critics in disguise. In a nutshell, speaking badly of others is the reddest of flags when evaluating someone's character. It's the smoke that signals a fire of manipulative negativity and a lack of respect for others. Awareness of these behaviors is like having a superpower against deception, helping you see through the facade of kindness or positivity. While interactions or observations might not unveil the fullness of a person's character, recognizing these patterns equips you with the tools to make informed decisions in life and seek intelligent solutions for relationships. Watch out for those critics in disguise. They might need a comedy intervention or a ticket to the positivity train. Furthermore, Stoic philosophy promotes directing attention towards aspects within one's control, namely actions and judgments, while advising prudence in forming judgments about others. It underscores the understanding that each navigates a unique journey with inherent challenges. Contemplating these principles empowers individuals to make informed choices and foster meaningful connections. If you found the video enlightening, kindly share your experiences in the comments, express your appreciation with a like, and consider subscribing to the channel for ongoing opportunities for learning and personal development in the realm of wisdom. Stay strong, stay profound, stay stoic. See you on our next one.